Hi there. Welcome to another episode of You People Race Speaks. Today, I am going to share with you 7 tips for first-time authors that will help you get through that awkward initial first stage of writing your book. If this is our first time interacting, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Caroline Smiley, and I am a book editor. I help writers who have a desire to amplify the voice of the Black and Brown community in genres where we are underrepresented. Okay, on to those tips. So, when you first sit down to write your book, your first book ever, you may be a little bit confused about the process and how to get started. So, tip number 1 is write your manuscript. Like Nike says, just do it. But don't think of it as writing a book. Think of it as if you're telling a story to a friend or a family member using a long letter or a long note or maybe a long email applies. That will take a lot of the initial pressure off of you and lessen your anxiety about writing the book. Step 2, hold off on revisions. Now, let me be clear. You should edit your draft before you share it with anyone or before hiring an editor. However, you should resist the temptation to edit as you write because this could affect the quality of the flow of your story. You want to complete at least one full chapter, or I recommend the entire manuscript before you start making revisions. Step 3. This is my favorite step. Take a break. Yes. Walk away, think about anything and everything that has nothing to do with your book. Clear your head. And when you come back to your book, you will be refreshed and your mindset will be clear and you will be able to see your book much better and you will catch some minor errors that you made along the way just because you were so engrossed in the writing process. Okay, step 4. Are we at 4? Yes, step 4. Print your manuscript. So, a printed manuscript is much easier to read as it lessens the strain on your eyes from sitting in front of a computer screen all day long. And once you've printed your manuscript, go to your favorite quiet spot and go over it. You will find that a change of environment will help to refresh your mind, give you clarity, and only help along this process. Okay, step 5. Can hardly count today, but we're going to get through this. It's 7 steps. We're on step 5. So step 5 is read out loud. When we read in our minds or when we read silently to ourselves, we tend to correct whatever errors our eyes see. And so when you're reading out loud, it is yet another opportunity for you to catch those errors, grammatical and spelling, that you might have missed as you were writing. Step 6, edit your manuscript in phases. This will make it so much easier for you as you go through the process. I recommend 5 phases. The first one is check for grammatical spelling, check for grammatical and spelling errors. Step 2 is check the flow of your story. Is it flowing seamlessly? Are the events in the correct order? And in phase 3, you want to check for and delete any part of the story that doesn't fit or is causing your story to drag a little bit or drag a lot sometimes. Phase 4, reevaluate your characters. Do they add anything to the overall value of your book? Do they connect with your target audience? And then phase 5 is you want to analyze your background information. Anything in your book that is not developing the plot or a character storyline, just delete it. And then step 7 is get feedback. So you want to share your manuscript with a trusted friend or family member. Encourage them to be as honest as possible and do not hold back on their critique. Then prepare yourself to hear some things that you may not like about your baby I mean your manuscript. And there you have it. 7 quick, easy steps to help you get through the initial stage of writing that book. Now, if you are ready to take your manuscript from idea to bestseller, then let's work together. Click on the link below this video and book your free discovery call with me today. And before I go, let me just leave you with this thought from Martin Luther King Jr. Take the first step. You don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step. Until next time, happy writing.